So what's good, y'all? It's Sean was here back again with another video. Today's topic is going to be TikTok and its current status and how I feel about its deletion or how I feel about it being quote-unquote banned. It's coming back. There's no way that the U.S. is going to give up on such a big, huge money pot. I just feel like right now it's like a iffy situation, and a certain person is trying to potentially use this as an opportunity to make himself look better to the American public, because I don't necessarily feel like his public opinion or how people feel about him is too good right now. I mean, he's going to be the president. He's going to be in that office, sitting in that Oval Office any minute now, any day now, or whatever. So it is what it is. But I feel like this just potentially might be a ploy to make him look better. But that's neither here or there right now. I'm trying to give my opinion on how I feel like this ban is going to go and how I feel personally about the ban. Now, let me preface this by saying I don't use that app. Like, I don't make content on that app. I don't be on that app too much. I don't necessarily like short form content at all. Like, I don't like content that's any less than 5 minutes. Like, I want someone to give me information and give it to me over a period of time. I grew up in an era where we had to sit down and watch movies. We sat down and watched TV, and we watched long form content. Like, I didn't sit down and just sit and watch something for a minute and then switch to the next thing, and then the next thing is 30 seconds, and then the next thing is 20 seconds. Like, that is really strange to me. Like, that's way too fast, and there's no way you can gather information and understand the author or the creator's point of view and their intent that quickly. It potentially can be over watching a bunch of those type of things, but it never really appealed to me. So TikTok never was really a big thing for me. Like, I'm a millennial. I was born 93. So I don't know if that has anything to do with how I just don't really care about the app, period. But I see how the kids use it. I see how the younger generation uses it, and they use it to great lengths, and they've been making a bag off of that app. So congratulations to them. And that's kind of going to lean into how I personally feel about the app being deleted. I guess my biggest feeling is that, I do feel sorry for a lot of the content creators who make content on that app, who, they purpose or how they feel is to just spread, positivity or spread some laughter or joy on the app to their followers or whatever. So I do feel for those kind of type of people. And in general, I just feel for the public's freedom to express themselves how they want to express themselves on whatever platform they want to do that on. I kind of sort of feel like some of the reasons behind the TikTok ban are just people, what's that word or what's that expression? They basically strutting their stuff and just showing their power. Like, they're in certain positions and they feel a certain way about things, so they can just ban it, just get rid of it. It's kind of sort of in the same vein of how sometimes people see content in a video game or they see content on a show when they don't like it. So they band together like the Karens and Kevins do, and they try to get it banned because they don't like it. And that's not right. Like, we live in a world that's supposed to be a free world where we can do what the fuck we want to do and do it how we want to do it. As long as we're not hurting nobody, then it's like, okay, whatever. And that's how I really feel about especially the younger generation and this app potentially being on its way out. It's been a staple for how long now? Like, I don't even remember when that shit came out, when that app came out. But I know it's been around for quite a long time now. So it's like, I'm pretty sure millions upon millions of people are on the app every single day, taking in content, creating content, building their platform. And there's just a big, huge display of power, I feel like. That's one of the potential reasons as to why it's going away. They give another reason that I feel like is, the more sensible reason as to why it's going away, which is the fact that it's being used by China and other nations to potentially spy on America, steal our ideas, steal our algorithms, steal our trends, and potentially profit off of these things. And then, of course, when we then come out with these things or come out with these innovations, it looks like we're copying them. So then, of course, we don't profit as much as they do, but they stole our ideas. Like, they're literally using the app to data mine and steal so much information. And that's a reason that I could definitely agree on as to why the app gotta go. Like, imagine if you built this project, or you built this system, or you built anything, whatever you built, And you put so much time and energy into that shit. Like every single day you nurtured it, you mothered it, you grew it, you expanded on it. And then all of a sudden now somebody come, right? And then no, this idea is popping now. It's like you're making bread off that idea, you getting a bag, and you know, everybody is showing you so much adoration and praise for what you just created. And then somebody come out with something that's damn near the same fucking shit. But they are able to profit off of it so much more. Mind you, it's the same shit you just came out with. They're able to profit off of it so much more because of the fact that they basically stole your idea, stole all the data that you used, and maybe added one or two things to make it a little bit different. And they profited so much off of that. Or even worse, they profited off an idea you didn't even publish. Like it's just information and data you've been gathering for years and years on your citizens and your nation, and then they decide to come and think that, oh, they could just take everything that you've been working on and put it out there before you can put it out there, so that way you look like a copycat when you eventually go out there and do it. Like, whoa, that's not gonna work. Like we can't pledge allegiance to this country and then say in the next breath that we're perfectly fine with people stealing our information, stealing our data, stealing our innovations, and stealing period from us. Like, you can't be okay with that. You can't say you have pride in your nation and you're okay with people stealing the ideas and of the nation and its citizen. No. And then also personally, I am sort of in not defense. I'm in support of the ban because of the fact that I don't personally like the short form content. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't think that short form content is good or beneficial to our children or to our kids. I may have said it in the beginning of the video. I'm not really sure if I did or not. Yeah, I had to record this twice. Basically, I don't feel like it's beneficial to our children's attention span. Kids already have a very short attention span. As they get older, it's supposed to mellow out and allow for more and more information to be gathered over a longer period of time. These apps, TikTok, especially YouTube Shorts, which I have a big issue with. Instagram, I think it's called Reels. And I don't know what Twitter do, but Twitter probably got some short form content somewhere in that shit. These applications, they push the agenda that is lowering our children's attention span and lowering the attention span of this people, period. And I don't like that. Like, that's not how I grew up. That's not how I was raised. You know, I was raised to be able to gather information and sit down and watch one thing or do one thing for an extended period of time. Like, when I play my video games, I play RPGs. So I'm in the game for quite a bit of time, learning the universe, characters, plot, setting, all of that. And it's over a very large period of time, multiple times. These kids, they sit and watch some 20-second video, and then it switches off to a 10-second video, and then the next video is 5 seconds. And then even then, the content is just so baseless. It don't go nowhere. It don't do nothing. Like, it don't do nothing for them. And a lot of TikTok, unfortunately, is that. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been on the app a few times, and I saw plenty of educational stuff and plenty of how to do stuff, and I've seen a lot of that stuff. So I'm not gonna hold you and say, oh, it's just a whole bunch of brain rot shit. But a lot of that content is brain rot, or at the very least, it's too short. Like, there's no way you could think that somebody can gather information or suck up information from the content that they're watching in 20 seconds. That's purely entertainment. And it's like, yes, we sometimes need that kind of stuff, but TikTok is just a big platform that it's so widespread. So it's the majority of the content being taken in. That's not going to work either. So I am in support of TikTok being banned because of the fact that it promotes short form brain rot content that's lowering our attention spans, and it's being utilized by whoever the hell is doing that to steal our information and potentially steal American ideas and innovations. And I don't really support that. I don't like people stealing shit in the first place. Like, don't steal my shit. Don't steal the stuff that people have tried so hard to build, maintain, improve on, and potentially publish one day when they're comfortable. No. And it's a lot more deeper than that. It's a lot more complicated in regards to the data being stolen, or the data being being stolen. Like, I'm not gonna mince words with that shit. But at the same time, I feel like TikTok as the surface application, just the surface, just the application itself, not the thievery and other shit happening underneath it. No, TikTok as an application and what it provides and what it's doing for a lot of people, a lot of straight up plain Jane people like me and you, that cannot be misrepresented and misunderstood. And I feel like you can't just put a hammer and just say ban something like that. Like, I can have an opinion on the application. I can have my dislikes of however I feel about the application. At the end of the day, I don't feel like that gives me the right to then just say, all right, I don't like this, it's going to do. No. Like, I feel like these are the type of things where we need to educate people on what the hell is really going on in the application, and then let us vote on if we want it to go on or not. Like, I feel like the same way we vote for the president, some of these different issues need to be voted on by citizens. They already do this. They already do this in different I could have sworn they already do this in on different ballots where you vote for the president, you vote for like the different representatives or whatever district or whatever, and then we also vote on public issues, right? Shouldn't TikTok be one of these different things? Maybe have an emergency vote and just be like, boom, all right, guys, let's vote on TikTok. Give us like a manifesto of what exactly the app is doing wrong that warrants the ban. Let us then make our own decision and then vote on it. Boom, done. There we go. Instead, you got people who are in power just saying, we don't like so-and-so, ban. No, that's a big, fat, huge abuse of power. There we go. They're abusing their power. They're abusing the shit out of their power. And it's like, we just got to let them do that. That's not, that don't seem right to me. That's exactly the reason why I am not for the ban. So I guess considering I have two specific reasons why I don't want the app and one reason why I do, I guess I'm leaning towards being in support of the ban. And then I'm an introvert. I don't know. Like, the app allows a lot of us to express ourselves in ways that we wouldn't do in public, just like I'm doing right now on YouTube. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like what's popping on TikTok is not the kind of content that introverts would put out. But I can only speak for myself. But the kind of person that I am, I'm not expressive in any way, shape, or form. You see it in my videos. Like, my voice can be a little bit monotone. I'm trying my very best to, express myself the way I know how. But I'm a really serious dude. So at the end of the day, like, this is just how I'm going to sound. I'm kind of straight to the point. I don't like mincing words too much. I can't do that fluff talk. But, I don't have any type of need whatsoever to go on that app. And then the short form content is too fast for me. Like, yeah, if you're going to give me a how-to video on how to bake this pie or whatever, like, I do kind of want to see more than 5 minutes. I don't want you to just give me some steps and I see you rushing through the steps and then boom, you got a finished product. Because then when my shit don't come out the way your product look, I'm going to be tight. And it's because of the fact that I didn't get enough time to see what you even did. So that's the reason why I personally just don't like the app. It's the content is too short and they stealing our data. I'm not for the ban because of the fact that you can't just abuse your power like that and say, I don't like so-and-so, it got to go. Like, no, that's not right. Like, this is supposed to be a democracy, right? So why don't we get the opportunity to vote on this type of stuff? But yeah, that's my 2 cents on the TikTok situation. I'm all for people's opinions. I'm all for defending people's opinions. I'm all for defending people's choice. We have a will. God said, God gave us the will to think, the will to act. He said, you know what? You're going to be born into this world and you're going to act and do whatever the hell it is you do. And then you'll be judged for it once time comes. But he gave us the will. Like, we're not puppets. We're not all the same person. We don't all think the same. So at the end of the day, we should have some type of opinion on these different things. So that way we can then understand each other. And then, the topics can be discussed more and more understanding can be spread. Instead of people just, boom, putting their power down and saying that's what it's going to be. That doesn't seem right to me. And that's why I really just feel like either this shit should be something that we vote on or a lot more needs to be put in regards to decisions being made on it. So, yeah, I really do feel for the creators. I feel for all the kids that be on the apps and that be having fun on the app. It's what the younger generation is into. It's what they're doing. And don't take their shit from them like that. Give them some kind of choice, not choice, but give them some type of way to feel like their voice matter in regards to its inevitable future and its inevitable fate. That's it. So that's my take on that shit, guys. If you feel like my discussions, you like my opinion on what I'll be saying, then, you know, just drop a like. That way I can understand. I know what people like and give y'all more what y'all like. And maybe even subscribe to get more of the information or get more content from me. So, yeah, this was Sean was here. Back again with another video. Peace, y'all.